stay out of that 5th position.
Seeking the not so coveted 5th place.
It is not. No one's like, ooh, 5th sounds good to me. No, thank you. Blinds will be up next hand.
A 5th does sound good to me, but 5th does not sound
A
good.
5th of what?
Yeah. 5 and 1,000 next hand, guys.
It's like Ryan's employing the limp and C approach against Mike. He does have the big stack to his left, so maybe he just doesn't want to raise and get repopped and put into an awkward position. Turn card is a mystery. There it is.
Just like that.
Ryan flop step pair. Does not unimprove on a turn.
So he's got a little bit of swagger back in his
Anytime you suck out on somebody, you feel a little bit better moving forward.
It's like shift change on a tablet. Morning, Ralph.
That's what that horn. That's really what the horn was.
See you, Ralph.
Shift change.
Morning, Ralph. See you, Ralph.
You guys should be nervous. And that's busting out the sucker.
Is she gonna unwrap it? Is she in the process?
Been waiting all night long for this sucker to come out of the room.
All right, Cliff elects to go with the 9-7 here.
4.
1 down.
9-5.
2 down.
Down. Ryan, whatever
3
we
down.
have, down. Back to a net who can't even make the call.
Damn, I thought I was going to maybe move up in points 1 spot.
Huh?
So Cliff is gonna get a free round here. Missy lets it go to 9-4. Chris does the same. If Cliff has anything reasonable here, it's got to go in the middle. Oh, wow. 5 high.
He laughs and goes, please, let me have anything.
Inside I was.
And that was like, please, have anything.
Please, have anything.
Let me think it was chips from you.
Diabetes. It's possible. Annette with the signature lollipop. If you missed some of our Chase the Bracelet auditions back in, wow, many moons ago when we were selecting our table, and that was a fan favorite, always brought a lollipop to the game. Mike opens up 3,500 with an ace deuce offsuit. Net re-raises a 75.
It's the best shot at a triple up I've got, right?
And Missy says she's live, has live cards. Haven't seen what they are yet.
Best shot at triple up all night. So I'll take it.
75.
19.
So Missy's at risk. 2 live betters.
I walk away for 1 second. We got ourselves a big whole pot going on here.
And Missy hits a 6.
Checked by the 2 live betters. Turn card's a mystery, looks like. Oh, might be a king. At minimum, a club, right? There it is.
Three?
Missing needs a
I'll take the
6 or a
3.
3 to stay alive.
6 or
Or
3?
6. A 3
Or
or
the triple
6.
up.
Either way, I'm good. Oh, turn that upside down.
Oh, so close.
So
okay,
close.
now.
Turn it upside down one more time. And that's going to have Missy eliminated in 5th place this evening. Once she heads back to the room here, I'm going to step outside for a minute to get some fresh air.
Fresh batch of grapes.
Fresh batch of grapes.
I know how you like to eat healthy.
I do. Yeah. Obviously.
Oh, probably me.
So obviously, Annette has undone the sucker, the true source of her powers,
Yes.
and she just gets it done with the Ace King there.
Close on the button with 1K. So he's got what? 4K? He's got 4 big blinds. This is a lovely King Jack.
Bad play. Bad poker play. 32.
Ooh, Cliff faked me out there. He was already holding his chips like they were gonna go in there, but
He's gonna do it last time.
B Million has lots of fans in our chat room tonight.
I wish I had a fan in a booth.
I know, it's getting warm in here.
I'll just make sure I get 4th place.
This jacket stuff's for the birds.
That's what I remember. Honestly, and when she hit the 7th.
So, like, you were telling me a story about being up at the Cleveland Casino last weekend.
So bad.
And week after week, you have blood, sweat, and tears in this announcer's room. I mean, 4 hours a week, 4+ hours a week, your face is all over the internet.
Since February.
Yeah.
Since February. Replays all over the internet.
Yep.
You, I would think, I mean, in theory, are the godfather of Akron, Ohio poker.
Go ahead.
And
Keep on with the flattery.
so, I mean, do you think I'm wrong to make that statement?
No.
I think you're the godfather of
Go for
poker
it.
in Akron, Ohio. So you're up
Oh, I
at
see.
your home casino, making a grand appearance for all your fans.
Sure.
You go up there with B Million, for some bodyguard,
Oh,
apparently.
wow.
Because
We have an all-in action here. Mike versus Cliff. Mike flops the joint.
No.
Cliff looking for a 9 or an ace. Does not get there. Go ahead and finish your story real quick.
And so you go to the Horseshoe Casino with B Mill as a bodyguard,
Of course.
because of all the fandom that you might run into.
Yes.
And some fans come right up to you and they go, "Hey, I know you. You're on that show. You're that guy on Poker on Air." But
Yep.
they're talking to Bobby.
Yep.
I like
Is
that.
that correct?
How does
His-
that make you feel?
His celebrity status is far more superior than mine. We're sitting side by side at the table. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I saw you on your show the other day. Your show, Bobby, your show." And I'm like a foot away, going, "I was there.
You're the godfather
I was
of
there.
poker
I've been there,
in
for
Akron,
the last
Ohio.
7 months."
I don't know. It just seemed like an interesting tidbit.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. It's okay
Hey,
though.
So it looks like Missy has made her way back to the booth. I'm gonna step away for a second, and
we'll get her in here, and
we'll get her all squared away on the headphones, and you can chat with her about her play.
Yep. So Annette bet 2K here. We do have a double knockout since our last one, but we won't have them interview each other. Welcome, Missy.
No,
Hi, Trevor.
I thought of it after the
Well,
first hand,
obviously
or
you're not
two
too
hands,
thrilled about your 5th place
then I
finish,
should-
but it could have been worse.
We
Give it
should
Rudy.
have side bet today. And there's a huge hand between Cliff
Yeah, I
and
was
Rudy
hoping
at
to
that
come see
point.
you much later in the day.
Obviously,
Like the third hand,
you got
it was
pretty unlucky.
7 or 8,000
You're
in the
poised
pot,
for
and I'm like-
a massive knockout and an extreme
Yeah,
chip.
yeah, we can.
Ryan
we
gets
talked
lucky,
about it the other night.
as he does,
Yeah.
and
then I
sucks
didn't
out on the
think of it
river.
till we were in, and Bobby
But other
goes,
than that, I
"Oh,
think you
and
played
that
great.
was
Huge.
Oh,
That was
no.
huge. The hand with the net, I'm not sure still when I folded the 7s. What did
Well,
she have that hand?
I'm not. How did my? Sure, I'll tell you. She actually
Even if
flopped
it's just
a flush
20
draw
bucks, at least
with King Queen, and she turned the Queen.
Oh, did she? Okay,
Huh?
so okay.
So it was a little unorthodox on her part,
Pays second,
and
gets
obviously
40, the other
she
guy,
got there in a
you know,
turn.
Well,
First gets
Make
100.
it fair.
it was well disguised then because I'm like, why?
Nothing
if-
makes sense.
Yeah, she doesn't have ace jack. She
a
never would
queen
have
high.
flatted me with ace jack
Got me.
on the pre, and why would she bet the
Okay.
set unless
Love
she's
to
afraid
see
of the club draw? So I'm not thinking she's got ace jack. I'm not thinking she has pocket deuces because again, she's probably not going to flat with a pair.
In that she doesn't want to blow you off your hand. She needs to give you a chance to
Right.
bluff, and for her
Yeah.
to lead out gives you no opportunity to do so.
So yeah, had she made that big bet on the turn or on the flop and pushed, I might have been able to call with the sevens.
Yeah, I think
Because it
a
wouldn't have made sense. But then when the queen came to, I was like, I just
lot of scariness got there. I mean, she could have had some sort of weird
There's a hand
flush
that
straight
opened
draw
raise it.
situation on the turn, but
There's never a hand.
I'm surprised it didn't go like a check raise situation.
Mhm.
But obviously that's just me.
yeah. Yeah.
So just a couple questions for you. Did you have any sort of like preparation for the show, like leading up to tonight? Did you do anything special to
I have a secret in my pocket.
a secret?
I have a secret.
Are we saving
Watcher.
saving it for
Yeah.
like week 12?
No.
Oh, you're going to
No,
let the cat out the
yeah.
bag?
Well, no, it's got to be like week 7.
Okay,
I'll
so
let it out of the
midway,
bag.
the
Yeah.
midway point. Okay,
Yeah,
seventh
no,
inning
I
stretch.
have a secret coach. He's gonna help me.
Okay,
He's gonna kind of evaluate my play and tell me where my weak spots are. 'Cause
Cool.
God knows we got them.
well that's kind of leads into my next question is,
Don't.
your long-term strategy. Obviously, as the weeks go on, people are gonna kind of figure out how you play. At what point do you feel like you're gonna have to kind of shift gears and kind of throw them for a loop and try to make them guess what you're doing a little more often?
Tonight,
Yeah, you started
you
already.
gotta do it from day one because they're all gonna go home tonight and evaluate the video and,
Mhm.
and go back and look at hands and try and figure out
That's two.
what
Thank
position
you.
you're gonna raise in and what hands you're
Okay.
gonna play hard. I was coming into today changing up my game from day one because I didn't want anybody to get any
I'll be ready.
specific.
Like tonight was kind of this blank
Idea.
slate, and then starting.
Yeah,
night
because really the only person at this table that I've played with is Annette. I've never played with any of the other guys here. I take that back. I've played with Chris and I've played
Yes,
with
sir.
Bobby, but it's been a long
but
time.
not much, I wouldn't imagine.
Right. So I felt like I had a good opportunity to come in with a clean slate and really shake it up a little bit so that nobody could really come back later and go, she plays those pairs in middle position.
Sure,
really
sure.
strong. I'm changing it every single game.
Do you think Bobby's still crying right now because you knocked him out?
No, I think it was legit.
No. It was 100% legit. He's just a big crybaby. That's all I'm saying.
No, he's not crying. You know what? There's 11 more games. I'll give him fair opportunity to get
Sure.
me back.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's the beauty of this format. It does last for quite a while,
Right.
allowing for a lot of play and a lot of things to change as the season goes on. Looks like Ryan's gonna hang himself a little bit here. Raising the button, obviously trying to represent the ace.
It's hard to represent it to somebody who has it.
especially when they have a sucker in their mouth. Obviously, we all know Annette is undefeated when she
I
has a
told
sucker.
them they should be nervous when she busted that out.
Innocuous 2 on the turn.
You saw me throw my chips in real quick.
Of course.
I was like, the suckers, I'm done.
And Annette decides to lead turn.
And what do you think about that 3-6 there?
Thank you.
I think that's the best opportunity for a triple up for me, and I'm live with.
Yeah, your
3-6.
hand's kind of irrelevant.
I have
Obviously,
0 chips.
obviously you don't want to have like complete dog-ish, but I mean, if you can find a spot where you think you might have live ones, it's no big deal.
Alright, whatever.
Annette can barely talk her suckers. So
I
big.
know. Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna make room for Cliff to get in here and
That sounds good.
see if he's got something to say.
Yeah, hopefully next week we're celebrating a victory instead of a 5th place finish.
All right. From your mouth to God's ears.
That's right. He's the only one that listens to me anyhow. Have a good night. So you can get Cliff to sneak in here real quick, pick his brain a little bit. Welcome, sir.
Well,
Seemed like a pretty tough grind out there tonight.
I was playing pretty nitty.
Yeah.
Nittily, the adverb.
Is this
Foreplay.
is this part of a long con? You setting him up right now? Did I just blow your
I
cover?
understand the term long con. It was. I mean, I was feeling just feeling out the scene, you know. And when Bobby was here, I didn't want to take any Bobby's chips because he needs chips.
He does. I mean, it's really charity work on your part.
Yeah, it's just so I mix in some nitty play with some foreplay. One in particular, I min raised an ace high flop against Pizza Mike.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a poor play. Because I was so short
13-3
at the time. But
Yeah,
I figured that the min raise is pretty much me showing that I'm committed to go all in. So if he doesn't have an ace, he can fold there.
Yeah.
But I was overthinking and imagining
deeper stacks.
yeah, deeper thoughts. Too.
Sure.
Just horrible. Just
yeah,
horrible play on
well,
my
even
part.
when the hand was down, I was like, what a beautiful spot for Mike here, because you are one of the players in the big blind that could play back at him. So for him to wake up with ace jack on the button there is obviously a complete monster. So we got a little action going on here. I don't know how a net could ever fold.
She told me she wasn't going to fold if she had a sucker in her mouth. Pre-flop.
Plus she has a sucker. The sucker's undefeated. So it'll just be a crying call, then she's going to realize how strong she is. But I feel like you actually had a decent game plan going. You know, you chipped up early, it's kind of chilled out, let the table kind of think that you're nit, and then I feel like right at the spot where you were starting to open it up, like when the Annie's kicked in, is right when you kind of took a hit.
Yeah, I took a hit in my in the hand where I hit an 8 against Missy, and she
My range is pretty wide.
I'm ahead until the river, and I bet the king when I have put her on ace king, so I probably shouldn't throw 6,000 or whatever I throw in on the river.
Right.
I haven't put her on ace king, and she snapped obviously, but yeah, I mean.
Oh, that was that sick blind versus blind hand. You had the 8-4, you flop top pair.
Yeah.
She,
I just went to 8-4.
Yeah, she actually flipped the flush draw with her king 10, and then obviously got there in the river.
Right.
In a pretty great. But I think we got like a small taste of what obviously you're capable of. You know, when the blinds do get up and people aren't necessarily adjusting for how much money's in the pot pre-flop, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes moving forward for sure.
Right. I played too tight once it like towards the end. I actually played for fourth place. At one point in time when I pulled my king deuce.
Yeah.
I mean, I was at the point of
I
shoving.
could tell you. I could look
hands.
at you. It was. You could tell you're thinking like this is a super close spot, and obviously like Missy was really short behind
She was
you.
super short.
So
yeah,
you're like,
only around 2,000.
do you really want to
maybe
choose king 10? You obviously want to be the aggressor, getting in the middle versus the caller. But yeah, obviously
Right.
3 more points doesn't maybe seem like a lot, but at the end of the line, that might be the difference between first or second.
Yeah, first time out, I figured play for fourth, not even think, just get a couple extra points. But in retrospect, horrible fold. And then I couldn't wait to get the money in, and then when Annette re-raised with her ace king, I know never called because my kings were in a bad spot.
Yeah.
With her, pretty straightforward what she's.
Absolutely.
But I missed the outcome of that last hand.
She eventually folded the ace 8. You mean?
Yeah, she
ended up folding.
Figured
right.
she was taking a long time. But anyway, so not happy with my play.
What you have on that hand?
Do you think you'll go back and watch it, or do you think you kind of already have a decent feel of how everyone was playing tonight?
No, I'm not gonna watch it.
It's
Do you
close.
have anybody out there watching right now? Any spotters to let you know what's going on?
I told my sister to watch it, and she
She like the female Falabi?
No, really, just in case I had any funny one-liners. But I was pretty quiet tonight. Again, feeling out the people. I only know really Bobby.
Right.
Out of the group. So.
Well, I guess that leads to another question. Do you think it's an advantage? Because obviously no one knows you as well. Or do you think it's tougher because you're kind of like the new guy coming into the mix?
Oh.
And again,
I don't think.
That's kind of your MO.
That's
you
enough for
play
that
the casino
now.
quite a bit. You're used to playing with strangers.
Yeah.
It's always just a race to who can figure out who.
Yeah. Eventually, if we're gonna be playing 10 times, we'll all pretty
Be best
much know
friends, really.
everybody's
You probably all
names.
have matching tattoos by the end of this.
Well, it's funny story, and then I actually do. It was just a coincidence.
I thought I saw you blowing in her ear. Don't listen to that, Derby. Well, obviously, it's a pleasure watching you play. Could you watch you play a little longer or with a deeper stack, but a little handcuffed at times. But We got 11 more weeks.
Next week, you'll see me as a deep stack. I'm pretty sure.
What about a deep V?
Well, you know what? Bobby started with a shorter V-neck shade, purple. So I'll grab my deepest V-neck for next week.
Before you know it, people's belly buttons will be sticking
I
out.
can't promise purple, but yeah,
I'll take it.
All right, sounds good,
Okay with
Cliff.
that.
Thanks for taking a time out and hanging out with us, and good luck to you next week. Appreciate it.
Oy, oy, oy. Just out of hand, I'd like to see.
All right, I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't been paying any bit of attention to the poker. Cliff is a little bit of a jokester, so I got caught up in that a little bit.
Oh, come on.
And that's getting a walk. I think I should have something decent there. This is going to be a pretty intense three-way battle here.
I was already
Especially
posted.
now the blinds are just really up there.
Dealer, when's the hand start? They're up. They're up now. Oh, no. I posted, though. Four.
There's a quick shot of our chip counts. Obviously Ryan's in the bottom, but one double up will put him in second place. Like to see a net bump this year.
36.
Jesus Christ, come on, give me something to play.
Ryan, something getting a little tilted. Puts his shades on, loses his cool. I guess 6-2 would
This
be
isn't the
tilting
time
for
to go
anyone.
card dead.
Yeah, being card dead and when you don't have a stack with any fold equity, that is the epitome of no fun
Everyone
zone.
keeps going back to that hand, right? I don't understand that. It was a good race, wasn't it?
That almost made it.
Ryan with Jack 10 suited.
Call.
This is actually pretty close to a shove.
I'm back, buddy.
Welcome back, Dan.
Thanks, man. Got waylaid.
Cliff was being funny.
Yeah, I kept part of that conversation. I was signing autographs out in the hall.
I don't doubt it. I think Ryan's gonna be content to check this through again.
I have two small straights. No, I don't. I have one small straight. 10 high.
Ryan's gonna start needing to find some spots where he can get some value out of his hands.
One small straight. Two.
I mean, I don't know if Mike will call anything, but you have to give your opponent a little bit of a chance.
Adjust the boom. What's the boom adjuster?
Excuse me. So what's the blind?
I don't know if they heard you.
612, 200.
Dude, you just gotta think it and it happens.
My brain's
Bust the
connected
June.
to the PC.
Bust the June. we busted June earlier.
Go on me.
She's out of here.
Thank you, sir.
Guy doesn't say a word all night, and he comes up with a
When I
joke
was
like that.
crying.
Wow, since you busted in June, huh?
4,000.
Fold.
Looks like Ryan's gonna win one there. 2 in a row for him.
Thank you, sir.
Him and the frog.
Can I have another?
Up to 17-2. Like I said, if he doubles up, I mean, he's right there in it. If he doubles up through Mike, he has a chip lead.
And another.
Ryan, I feel, if he gets into a chip control position, will play his stack and play the power of his stack.
We went 100. It seemed like for so long.
Because it went prematurely.
Is that what it was? I have that problem.
I think there was a premature joke in there.
Wow.
I don't get it, but maybe someone can explain it to me.
You're not supposed to catch it, Jerry. Come on.
Mike's gonna be racing here on a button.
Raise to 32.
Ryan's gonna play a little 7-6 action.
You can't just assume the button's always got it. You know, sometimes you gotta play a little bit post flop.
Well, it's like Mike flops the best of it.
At this point. You could check.
It went check. Now Ryan gets a 7.
Man, this is a weird game. I guess people are. I'll have to ask him when we get back here, but it seems like people are slightly afraid to get check raised in a lot of spots. Deuce. Nope. 10. Ryan stays in the lead.
Check. I have no idea where I'm at.
You're ahead.
Yeah.
That's what I get for not betting the flop like I should. Trust your instincts.
I mean, I think you had 2 other options to bet as well.
You can take the hat off.
Maybe that's what it is. It's too tight on his cranium.
Might be squeezing some blood.
It's one of the few hands I've questioned myself all night. The only other one was another bad
It's like,
place.
sort of like an old Godzilla movie.
Is that what you had? Nice.
I can
Question.
raise with it.
Oh, you can raise one.
Myself.
Small blind right.
Godzilla!
Light it on.
I can raise with it 4-handed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That's a no
an ace,
Yeah.
an ace 4 or 5.
I'm not sure if
No,
it's
I-
synced up for the audience, but
It's
for
the
us,
call
it's like
that
off
was
just by a hair.
I got
Yeah.
that.
It's kind of funny.
And then Trevor was doing this crazy mouth thing and speaking that he wasn't even on camera, so it was kind
That's
of
why
cool.
that's why they don't put me on radio, because I act out everything, and no one can see me.
He's a very visual person, but he's not being viewed.
Oh, Ryan, come on, man. Well, I guess you had them spidey senses. I mean, people are playing like acting like they're super deep.
Heads up.
Jack 10 ace. Wow, net just grabbed those chips. You ever kid yourself doing that, Dan?
42.
Yeah, sometimes I just, as soon as I see I hit, I'm just like reaching.
Button's coming.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
But there's something else that I also do. I'm telling everybody my tells because I know my own tells. Is that if I'm going to c-bet something, I already have it out in my hand before the flop comes.
And you spin them.
Yep. Is that what I do?
Spin them. You spin there. You spin harder when you're calling. Actually, you more. Actually, I think you lay them down more when you have the plan. You have another tell, but I'm not telling you because what's the point of that? Why would I give you my secrets?
You have secrets about me?
You know all the sexual ones, but
Oh. It's a family show.
yeah, I can tell by all the language on the table. Brian is calling. We've seen more fake outs. Fake out raises, fake out calls than I
On the
care to
button.
remember.
I think I'll check.
You need to drink up, bud. 7 deuce gets there.
Pizza Mike is not too excited about that flop.
Pizza Mike's not in hand, but it's cool.
I know. He would have had like, I think he had King 5 or something like that, King 6.
7 deuce is pretty excited about the hand. If I'm in Net's position here, I make that call. Because I don't believe Ryan.
Yeah, because how many kings is he really limping button with?
Yeah, I think my 7's good.
Question right now is Ryan plan on emptying the clip right now?
Now I think Ryan could have a 4 there.
You get a 4,
But now he checks. My 7's still good.
Ace 4 spades, something like that.
I said he could, but he
Okay.
checked.
22.
No, yeah. I'm saying like a 4 can't be in his range. Like if he had like ace 4.
No, they could. But he bets the flop, so when that second 4 comes, I'm like, oh, he could have one. But then he checked the turn.
No, so yeah, exactly. But it's like his story makes 0 sense right now. I think even if he had spades, he's betting the turn.
Is Ryan trying to think if his jack is good?
No, he's trying to get an Oscar. He's wearing out that gum though.
Yeah, he is. Oh, bless you.
I guess covering your mouth doesn't help when you're wearing a lapel mic, does it?
I don't want to wear that mic next week.
Yeah, wait to run into a sanitizer.
Kenny Rogers.
Let's get a shot of our chip counts here at our next opportunity.
10 minutes remaining.
Good bet.
Pizza Mike's on the button. He'll act first. Nice hand for the button.
Come on.
Whoa. I guess he has less than I thought. Net with partial, my favorite hand.
Partial favorite hand. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Can I have a count?
There's no count.
There's no count, Ryan.
There's no counts. I can't yell because the doors are open, but there's
Right.
no counts.
You're three-handed. You have a pair.
I don't care if we saw Pizza Mike have aces right now. It does not matter. You do not fold.
Call.
There it is. Finally.
There's no calling.
Do you have ourselves an all-in? Ryan's all-in. Mike Ryan, that is.
Mike Ryan's all in. Ryan calls.
Mike Ryan looking for an ace
Or a
or,
6.
or a 3
No,
and a
6
5.
is no good. 3-5. Or
6 or an ace. Or it's me all she wrote for the pizza man. Not today, they say.
2 pair.
And Ryan, who was short early, took a big chunk off of Missy when he sucked down the river with a straight, is now heads up with a net for all the cheese. All the cheese, please.
Cheese him.
I was.
Yeah.
What happened?
They're figuring out where the button's going.
Oh.
Pizza Mike will be making his way back to the booth.
Button is going to go to him because
Frog
Frogman.
on top of the tower.
the button is small.
Zoom in on that froggy. Come on, Cooch.
I'll throw those out there so you don't have to reach.
It's looking like from the side, it's looking like a gremlin. Ryan takes out Pizza Mike, but still
15K.
behind the net.
Alright.
All right, we get the Maverick man back in booth right
Okay.
now. Let's have him
Here he is.
have him pop down, have a little chat with him.
It's Maverick.
24.
24. Thanks for calling tonight.
No, 8-2.
It's like
That's
Annette
fine.
gives Ryan the first win of the night.
You're not.
Welcome in, Pizza Man.
I'm a small
Good evening.
Third place finish. Can't be too mad about that.
No, not from the way I started.
No, of course not. I mean, you weren't running too hot at the beginning of the game, but you kind of caught your stride at the important parts.
Yep.
When the blinds were big. And
Got a
you
good heater for
could make-
one good level.
Yeah, you had you caught Cliff in the cookie jar at one point when you had top pair there
Mhm.
against his
Okay.
airball
8-2 to
basically,
7-2.
and you made
That
your
was
way up to the
fun. Keep 'em
leaderboard
like
for
that.
a solid
Yeah.
third place finish, which you
Awesome.
can't be too mad about at all.
No, how many points does that end up with?
That is 25 points.
Excellent. Yeah, I just made 2 bad plays late in the game, and that always catches up with you when you make bad plays. Those get you every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's been interesting to watch how everyone has played tonight. There has been a lot of raising and calling versus like raising and people shipping or 3-betting. There's been a lot more post-flop play than I expected in a format like this. So we'll see how that continues in the later weeks.
Yeah, I think with
Set it right up in the right
playing
chip
for
Mhm.
12-week period, it's kind of a first round sparring match there.
Oh yeah, I mean it's you kind of want to test things out.
Yep.
And obviously after tonight, I would assume a lot of people will go back and watch and adjust. I think you'll adjust. I think everyone else will adjust.
30 seconds.
Cliff claims he will not be watching, but
I get that impression actually from him.
I think he just feels confident in his ability to just play on his own ability, but to each their own.
I look forward to watching it. After playing the 2 other times previously, I really enjoyed going back and watching,
Yeah, it's really
And-
exciting.
working out what you were thinking at that
Oh
point.
wow, sick turn card. So when bet raised by Ryan, and now Annette has turned 2 pair. Ryan just still doesn't believe her.
Well,
Ryan looking for a 4, a king, or a 6 in the river. That'll do it.
I'm all in.
It feels kind of like Ryan's turning his hand to a bluff, but at the same time, like, wow,
20,
what a weird maneuver.
25,
That's way over pot.
King.
26,
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Oh,
27.
she fold.
Nice bet.
Thank you.
Kind of thought she'd call him there.
I think she really wants to win, and I think when she puts her money in the middle, she definitely wants to feel like she knows she has it. But
I think she's played great all night.
she has. I mean, obviously she was nearly the first one out,
Right. With the
and
ace.
she got the miracle turn card. But since then, she's held on to her stack, and she hasn't let anyone really bully her around, and she's just kind of done her own thing.
Yeah, there's 2 particular hands I really want to go back and watch with her, where
Sure.
I felt she came back over me and I wasn't. Like the pocket 3s, where she raised.
30.
She has raised under the
Made
gun
a
and used
huge
folded.
raise under the gun, and I had pocket 3s in the big blind. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing what she.
I think it'd be interesting to see what that was.
I think so too.
Um,
I raised.
but just a couple quick questions.
Sure.
Do you have any certain kind of preparation you had for the show to leading up to tonight? Like any sort of
I'm all
rituals or?
I call.
Oh, we have an all in and a call.
Much. Kenny.
That has partially my favorite hand,
Needs to be suited to be your favorite hand.
of course. Actually, I think the 10-8's gonna win this one. Ryan's gonna have to try to come back. Oh, it's not a good start for 10-8. Now I'm
9.
needing 9 ball or heart. 9,
nine?
10, or 8.
You've had a 9 out there before for everybody else.
And that's not going
I
to
think
do
you
it.
got
And just like that,
Got,
You do.
Ryan is the champion.
20.
He
So
had a-
anyhow, I guess I'll try to get through you real quick before
Yeah,
I
pull
get you guys
that
back
back.
here.
Yeah.
So any preparation? leading
No,
into
I don't
tonight?
have any like
Yeah.
superstitious
I don't-
type
I
of
have,
things
like,
that I do
31
before. In
or
fact, I
32.
really haven't
Still
played
got
very
all that
much
out.
leading up to this, other than the 2 times that I was on
Sure.
previously.
Sometimes that's good, just to kind of wash the slate clean and
Mhm.
start new. That way you don't have any bad habits going into it. But I guess long-term strategy. Do you think you're gonna just try to each week change up your style because people will be watching you and watching every hand? Do you think that's gonna be part of your game, or are you gonna just kind of just play rock solid and try to accumulate as many points as you can?
I'm not sure I ever play rock solid,
I might have been reaching there.
but I guess as I've aged as a poker player, I've become more and more instinctual, and
Okay.
I just have to trust it more and more. I mean, the more hands you see as you continue to play,
Yeah, well, this is
You know
this
that.
is a nice format because you can prove your instincts right or wrong because
you
as
go
we
right
see,
back and look.
we show every single hand
Right.
every single night, so you'll know right away whether
Mhm.
you're feeling something or you're feeling something else.
I agree.
But thank you for tuning or for coming back here and hang out with us. Let's try to get our second place finisher out here and ask her a few questions, and then we'll get our champion, and
All right.
then we'll say goodnight.
Sounds great.
All right,
Thank
see
you,
next
sir.
Thursday. You got it.
Yeah.
Calling Annette. Well, that was a quick heads up match, wasn't it, guys? That was probably one of our quickest, I would say. 3 hands. 3 hands, I'd say. Tell you what, Ryan is a fortunate feller at times. Got it in pretty bad against Missy. As you can see, that hand before the last one, where he had the Jack 6 versus Jack 2, ripping a better 2 pair to allow him to survive. Because I don't think he would have put a net on the Jack 2. But who knows? But yeah, Ryan's been very fortunate. But kudos to him for the victory. Here comes Annette. She's gonna come sit down. I think the sucker wore itself out there towards the end. You were on a mega heater. As soon as you popped it in, you couldn't lose.
Yeah, it's just getting cards.
What are you gonna do?
No, not much.
I
I
tell
thought
you-
Ryan was making a move.
It always seems like it, doesn't it?
Well,
He's got that
I've
look.
seen him do it a couple times and then fold, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, he's got a bluffable face and kind of a punchable face too.
He does, because I think Mike did it to me a couple times and
I mean,
finally
maybe
woke up with Ace King.
a little bit, but I think obviously I have a lot going on, but for the most part I see all the hands. I think he played really solid. Obviously that aces hand, miraculous, obviously, but you didn't let it go to your head. I think earlier on, maybe some nerves, maybe not, but you were playing probably more hands than maybe you're accustomed to. You're just like, you're like, I'm gonna show them I'm not who they think I am, and you were kind of running and gunning a little bit, got a little low, the aces happened, and then poof. I think it kind of calmed you down.
Right.
You're like, I'm gonna play my game. I don't need to play anybody else's game. I'll just do my thing. You rode to second place. Second place is huge in a format like this where every week and the points matter. Second place is massive.
I'll take it.
And
Yeah.
and sometimes you just can't beat lucky people. As Ryan was in earshot for that one. That was.
Nice.
But so overall, like, do you feel like you played the style you wanted to play, or do you think that other players dictated how you performed tonight?
I think I laid down some hands I probably should have played. Got a little
Mhm.
gun shy because I've never played with Cliff.
Sure.
I've only watched Ryan play, and anytime I've watched him play, he's pretty aggressive.
Sure. Yeah, he's a complete lunatic.
So those two, I really wasn't sure what they were playing.
Mhm.
So.
So, do you have any sort of strategy for like the long term? Like, do you feel like now that everyone's gonna go back and watch this footage, do you feel like you have to kind of stay ahead of the curve and kind of throw them for a loop per se?
Well, I'm always trying to change your game. I
Sure.
mean, I am. So
If
Yeah.
nothing else, become a better player. Sometimes you have
Exactly.
to step out of your comfort zone just to improve yourself and go forward from there.
well, especially my raise on the button with 5-6, and I hit the straight.
Doesn't that feel so good?
That was. He's like, you didn't have 5-6. I'm like, yeah, I did.
And then Bobby was talking about how he was a genius for folding the wheel, and
Yeah.
you're like, sorry, buddy,
Yeah.
you had been in trouble. Well, Nat, thank you so much. Congratulations on your second place finish, and
Thank you.
we look forward to seeing you next Thursday.
Thanks, Trevor.
You're welcome. All right, let's get our lead donkey in here,
Good job, Ryan.
Mr. Four-Leaf Clover himself. He told me he did not get a spray tan. This is all natural.
All natural.
What's up, sweet cheeks?
Not too much, man. How about you?
I'm doing great. I mean, not as good as you right now, but who is?
Nobody.
Top of the world.
I am
This
at top
guy.
of the world. Honestly, I've played 3 tournaments my life. I've won all of them, either first or second place. So I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Did you say I won all of them?
Yes.
First or second?
Yes, first or second.
Let's make sure I caught that.
That's a cash in my mind. Yes.
Sure. Oh, yeah. So you're betting 100% in your mind,
Yes.
at least.
Yes. at
Well,
least.
congratulations, obviously.
Thank you.
We can be screwing around, but I guess, woohoo! High five to you for winning.
Yeah, obviously I did something right. I can't tell you what it was, but I'm figuring when I can go back and watch the chat, all of our Twitch people will tell me what I did right and what I did wrong, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, yeah. They're here. They've been talking about disc golf for like the last 25 minutes, so don't watch the end of it. But anywho,
Mm-hmm.
obviously you had some spots where you got a little fortunate,
Mm-hmm.
and you had some spots where you did what you had to do. So I think it's a mixture of those two things led you to the victory, and no one can fault you for that by any means.
Thank you.
So a couple questions.
Yeah.
Who do you think was your toughest opponent out there? Who was your thorn in your side tonight?
Tonight I don't think I had a thorn in my side.
Were
I
you-
think I was the dominant player at the table, and everybody else can kiss my ass.
Yeah, you were the thorn.
Yeah.
You-
I think
You
so.
turned it around.
I think I made one bad play all night. That was whenever I bet into Annette and I think Mike when I had pocket fours and they had ace 10, ace king.
You got pretty ambitious with that
I
one.
did.
Yep.
I did. They played it very well, and I learned my lesson there and came back and said, F them.
Yeah, of course. I mean, sometimes you need a personal vendetta to motivate you.
Yeah, I think so.
outside of the fame and fortune that you're shooting for.
Yeah, absolutely. So, my game plan moving forward now will be to continue to win every week.
Of course.
I think after the fourth win, I'm going to step away and just let my blinds run out every time because I don't think they're going to be able to stop me because I am the greatest poker player ever.
I think just having your blinds there will be intimidation enough.
I think so.
You might still get a walk.
I think so. You're right.
With not even being there.
No, in all honesty.
Oh, we're turning it off already?
I am.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I can't.
We had a good thing going there.
I can't. In all honesty, the table is a really good group of players. I felt like Cliff is probably one of the most solid players at the table. And then I put B Million as the biggest donkey at the table, other than myself.
That goes without saying.
So, I'm just kind of going from there.
Chris is really upset you didn't mention him in either of those categories.
No, Chris isn't a donkey, man, because that guy plays such a wide range of hands. You have no idea what he's betting. So you're sitting there saying, what the hell do I do? Do I bet monstrous on him? Or do I just sit back and try to trap him?
Sure.
And then I think I got him trapped, and then bam, he hit something on the river or two pairs me with my top pair or something. Nothing I can do about that. So I'd say that his style is definitely going to be unique for this 13 weeks.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a monkey wrench in the cogs of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I think you guys are battle of thorns in the mix of all the players.
I'm also going to say Pizza Mike, once he gets chips in front of him, he's pretty tough too because he turns the aggression on and, really throws it hard. Annette's a solid player. Misty played really solid. Who am I forgetting? I think that's Rudy went out kind of early, but I still think he's a pretty good player because he's so aggressive.
Of course.
I think he's got to adapt a little bit to the tournament style versus cash play.
Yeah, I agree. Well, either way, congratulations on your first place finish. You are well on your way to being quite the force moving forward. So
yeah, that's how I feel too. 3 more wins, guys, and I'm going to Vegas.
Are you gonna? I think you should represent like a T-shirt or something, like how many wins to go, and just have a little countdown on your shirt.
That would be awesome. It'd be very similar to the Cleveland Browns quarterback shirt, showing all the different quarterbacks they have. I'm just going to show all my first place wins, huh?
Excellent. Absolutely.
No, honestly, I'm not this arrogant. I'm just having fun with the chat, guys.
What you want to say? You're throwing it both sides here.
That's just like my poker play. You have no freaking idea what I'm doing, do you?
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's true. By the way, get out of here. We're tired of talking to you. Let's bring Dan back in here.
Thanks, everybody.
Let's wrap up the show. Congratulations, Ryan. You did well tonight. You little lucky son of a gun. Let's bring in the co-host here with absolutely the most. Yo. We want to thank every one of you guys for tuning in tonight. We know at times Sit and Goes can be a little slow, but hopefully our commentary, all the other fellow chatters out there, keeps you guys entertained. And I have a good time every week. I know Dan, right? You feel the same?
Absolutely.
Cool. I'm glad.
I mean, I get to sit next to you. You are the godfather of Akron poker.
Yeah, the uncelebrity. But again, we'll be here next Thursday for week number 2 of Face the Bracelet. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Did you say Face the Bracelet?
I might have. Thanks a lot for calling me out. Either way. But you can follow us on Twitter at Poker On Air. You can follow me. You can see it there on the bottom of the screen at T.1512. Follow Dan at Suited Dan. And we'll keep you up to date with all the things happening here on Poker On Air LLC. And until next week, later, guys.
See you later.